efficacious levels, often significantly higher than many companies in the market. Number 5, each product is formulated with nutritional ingredients that have been exclusively studied to confirm, here goes, safety and efficacy. Shaklee products do not follow fads, but incorporate scientific and/or epidemiological evidence of need and benefit. You say that word, Pat. Okay. Number 6, Shaklee employs, okay, no employees here. Shaklee employs advanced delivery systems to enhance bioavailability. And these systems are tested to confirm their nutrient delivery advantages. Let's explain that. Anybody need help on that one?
What does it mean that it enhances bioavailability? What does that mean?
Very good, very good. So we have figured out how to deliver nutrients to the cells at the right time and at the right place for better bioavailability. For example, your cells, we're made up of about 60 trillion cells, and those cells every day need certain things. They need a good source of protein, they need a good source of vitamins and minerals, and then of course pure water. But if those nutrients aren't being delivered to the right organs that are made up of those cells, it might not be used at the right time, and that's when you hear people say, oh yeah, that you're just peeing out vitamins.
Is that why your urine's always so yellow?
It can be. It can be that, an excess amount of that. Although we've learned in our Shaklee education that a little spillage in your urine is a good thing, because it means that all those nutrients have worked its way all the way through the whole system. And I'd rather have a little spilled out than not enough available for my body. So when we talk about bioavailability, we mean that those nutrients actually get to the right place in the right time. Julie?
Julie has a good story about
going to consume something, you want to be sure that it's going to be broken down and used in your system so that it can promote health.
So you're making it user-friendly, is that what you're
That's right, Sharon.
Yeah, user-friendly.
That's right. User-friendly.
Can I just say
Yes.
that when I really got this is when I looked at my box that this comes in, and it showed how each of these is formulated to break down in the right part of your digestive system, so that you get the proper benefits. That's when I really got the bioavailability with Shaklee. So I think this is a perfect example.
Yes.
I think the bioavailability also pertains to the synergy. There's certain nutrients that in nature are always together and always should be together. Certain plants make them that way. And people have known also how to combine foods purposefully. Like, you know, your mother said, when you eat eggs, always have some citrus. So they're looking for iron and vitamin C, the synergy that delivery system has to have in order for you to get the benefit of what you're taking.
So what Suzanne was just talking about here, this one is a Vitalizer Gold. So this is for people over 50. But if you, I brought it because I thought maybe most of us were going to be over 50. This is yours to take home with you. If you're not over 50, it won't hurt you. Okay, it's not going to hurt you. You're just getting a few extra nutrients in here that people over 50 can't get from their digestive system in eating. So you're just getting an added value here for one thing. But what she's talking about is and we're going to talk about more of that. There's actually a delivery system called Smart Technology that is exclusive to Shaklee. We can guarantee that your nutrients are going to be delivered at the right time and at the right place in your system, and we put that on each box. So that's what she's talking about.
Elena, I've been with Elena for 30 of her 35 years.
That's right.
I think I got it a long time ago when you dropped those 2 vitamins in the 2 glasses of water. You know, and we used to use Theragram M's because they actually looked like this, but they had terrible ingredients and shellac on the outside, and all this scum so floating on top of the glass on the water. And the Vital E is like, you know, it says it's supposed to break down within 17 minutes. Ours always did like in 4. So
it's good stuff. All ingredients must be acceptable from the standpoint of the Shaklee philosophy, and that's to produce products that are in harmony with nature and that will never harm a living cell. That's our philosophy. Our products will never harm a living cell. So whether it's in your body or in the earth, because we actually have biodegradable green products as well that biodegrade within 30 days, so very good. But Shaklee does not simply accept, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, the certificate of analysis that many companies accept from their vendors, but rather retest for contaminants to confirm that their certificate of analysis is accurate. Shaklee has an unwavering commitment to avoid the use of artificial flavors, sweeteners, and added preservatives. You will not find them in any of Shaklee products. Shaklee uses only non-genetically modified soy protein. Are you aware of genetically modified products and crops? Okay, so non-genetically modified. We've always been that way. And Shaklee developed many of the standards and protocols, you're going to really find this interesting, for manufacturing that are now referred to as the good manufacturing practices. And ongoing proof of Shaklee products are demonstrated by, we have over 100 scientific published clinical studies and 90 peer review journals that these studies are published in. The landmark study that we're going to talk about next is the only study of its kind which showed that people who took Shaklee supplements over a period of 20 years had markedly better health than both single multivitamin and non-supplemental users. This amazing study led to the development of Vitalizer, the one you have in front of you, one of the most unique supplement systems on the market. But Shaklee has also powered athletes. And we have powered athletes that have gone to the world, the Olympics, and they have won over 125 gold, silver, and bronze medals. And those products were purchased by those athletes. They came to Shaklee. It wasn't like Shaklee was looking for athletes and said, here, try this, and you can be our spokesperson. People come to Shaklee because of its purity and safety. And what we know about athletes, Julie, I'm going to have you tell about the athletes and the problems that they have with contamination and drug testing.
Oh, well, right, they have to be tested periodically by their different, every board mimics a steroid or nothing that mimics any kind of banned substances. So I read a story, I can't remember the girl's name, she made the U.S. Olympic swim team in 2008 to go to Beijing, and I think her name was Jenny something. And so, they have these drug tests periodically. Well, the drug test right before she was supposed to leave for Beijing came back with, some substances that were banned, and she got bumped from the team. And so she had been using a product that, it's a company that makes a weight loss shake, a protein shake, and some supplements, and it's becoming bigger and bigger in Santa Fe. It starts with an A. And she had been using that, and it gave her some results that she ended up not being able to use. So
she was banned from the Olympics
Yeah.
because of that. Products also have fueled world explorers. 7 of the Time Life's greatest adventures of all time were using Shaklee products, and NASA was using the Shaklee Vitalizer for their astronauts, as well as a product that was specifically made for NASA by Shaklee called AstroAid. And AstroAid was something that helped to rehydrate the astronauts, because when they would come back, enter the atmosphere, they would black out because all of their body fluids had pooled. And so this AstroAid that Shaklee gave to them, by the way, they never charged NASA for the development of the product or the product itself, helped the astronauts to rehydrate, so that when they actually landed, they were alert. They weren't bobbing in the ocean, in that capsule for 3 hours because they were blacked out. Yeah, exactly. So that's just a few examples of the quality. So I want to talk to you now because I think it's so important to understand. They want clinical studies to prove that products actually do work. And Berkeley School of Health was one of those individuals that knocked on Shaklee's door and said in I think it was in 2005, knocked on Shaklee's door and said, we are tired of all of the hype that's around vitamins. We want to know if vitamins and minerals really do work. You are the only company that has a population of people who have been using consistently the same brand, and we would like you to be our control group. Then we also have a group of data information from people who are using a bunch of brand X's, and then we have a data information on people who are using nothing at all. And we want to see if supplementation really does make a difference. So some of this I'm going to read to you because I want you to really hear it and not me trying to interpret it. So here we go. And if there's any questions, just stop me. The landmark Shaklee Food Supplements study was conducted by Dr. Gladys Block, head of the UC Berkeley School of Public Health, and considered one of the top epidemiologists in the United States. She and her team randomly selected 300 from more than 1,000 people who had been using Shaklee supplements for at least 20 years. Now, these people ranged in the age of 20 to 42 years that they had been using Shaklee products. That's pretty phenomenal. I was one of these people who volunteered to be in this study, so all of my stuff helped to develop that product. Now, I had been using Shaklee actually 25 years at the time that they did this. Now, our health, the people who were in the study, was assessed through questionnaires, and a lot of questionnaires we did, physical examinations that we had to do through the University of Berkeley. We had to do blood tests, and then they took all that information and they compared with people who had supplemented at least 20 years with non-Shaklee products. Those are those brand X's. And they also looked at people who had been using nothing at all. Now, when Gladys Block gave the results to Shaklee, she was in a room, and our CEO walked in, and he says that she was practically bouncing off the walls because she could not believe the results. They thought it was going to be good results, and Shaklee thought it was going to be good results because we've been doing this for a long time. But if the study had gone south, that would have been published as well as something that was very, very positive. But this is what Gladys Block said. Oops, where is it? I don't know. I'll find it. I don't have it right here in front of me right this second. But anyhow, she was very excited. She just said these results are very incredible. Now,